kind of bordering up against the Aegean Sea here. Then you have the Thracians up here, right by Byzantium would go right there, and then you have Amphipolis, which is over around here, and Thrace. They don't like Athens, so you start off really at war with them because you want these colonies here to get access to the breadbasket, which is up here in the Black Sea. Crete, the old island of Crete down here, a very powerful influence in these islands. So, as Athens, you know, we'll have to battle these guys. We'll come into conflict with them, and basically just try to undermine them. Argos, kind of at one time they were a larger city-state, a polis, but they kind of soon became overwhelmed by Corinth and Sparta. So here's Corinth, a really very powerful naval faction. See, they start off kind of starting their colony movement, and they don't like Athens very much. Locrians, again, they're colonizing over here in Italy. Boeotians with Thebes. Thebes is a strong democratic faction. Then we have Rhodes. Again, over here in Sicily, they were colonizing. It's just kind of a characteristic of the ancient Greeks, and it really comes into play. Taras, Croton, Syracuse, a very strong Sicilian polis. The Ionian cities, they come into conflict very quickly with Persia. So if you start off as the Ionian city-states, you have the Persians basically breathing down your neck. Because let's see here, where are they? Yeah, they want you. Thessaly, arguably the greatest cavalry in the game. Of course, this mod is entirely based on phalanx hoplite warfare, and cavalry plays a big role later on when Philip II of Macedon really realizes that the Salian cavalry is very useful. He changed the mainstay of the battle doctrine from infantry being supported by cavalry to cavalry being supported by infantry. And that's why you see Alexander the Great always charging into battles with his cavalry and, you know, favoring them over the infantry. I actually just wrote a term paper about that. It's really interesting. Of course, Macedon. At this point, they're just barbarian tribes, or a bunch of minor kingdoms. This, of course, refers to southern Macedon. Upper Macedon was not unified until Philip II was able to unify them using diplomatic marriages and whatnot, and deceit, and so they're really not a very strong faction in this game. But again, later on, it's kind of cool because you play their origins, and the Molossian Kingdom. Never played them. All right, well, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go with hard manage. No time limit. Right. Now there are some scripting issues with this mod. There are people that have changed it up. The community is really great. For one thing, the starting treasury is kind of ridiculous. You start off with an absurd amount of money, and there was a guy who scripted it, reduced it by 90%, and it was still really playable. I have not gotten that script yet, or replaced it in my files. So see, you start off with 60,000 gold. So yeah, some of the scripting's a little messed up. But yeah, here's the campaign map. Really, this is all Greece. It really gets into the details with some of the landscape. And see what I mean about how these islands are rebels. And they're different rebel factions. So over here you have a different rebel island. Here's the different rebels. The Eubaeus. And let's see, what do we have for armies? Some hoplites. Okay. So it looks like we're at war with Thebes. We may want to besiege that pretty early on. And this will be a thorn in our side. We will definitely want to get rid of Megara. And influence here, the Chalcidice. This is a very important region for mercenaries and just to stage operations against Thebes. So we're going to want to do that. We also have a colony over here. And these guys don't like us very much. I'm going to go ahead and get in there. Let's see here. So again, the Delian League formation is to influence democracy. And that's an aspect of the game that really comes into play a lot. Especially after the Persian Wars, you start to realize how conflicting the democratic versus oligarchic government system is, and that was an important aspect of, the Peloponnesian Wars and whatnot. So now, we will want to influence democracy, get these guys on our side, maybe build an assembly at some point, and give them a shrine. Let's see here. Olive groves. They're going to want Dionysus because of the improved farms and food production. Yes. So we'll get that first, give them some happiness, and then continue with that. We have so much money. So... Oh, hey, Persians. Ooh, okay. At your service. We're going to go ahead and spy over here on Thrace. Moving into position. Okay, yeah, the Persians are really pushing. You would think that Thrace would want to ally with us because we've got this massive fucking empire that's just breathing down our back. But no, they're pretty naive, it would seem like. So we'll go ahead and recruit some of these foreign range troops. So now we need to prepare this area especially. Athens, we need to get some democracy going. Some good old-fashioned democracy. Fuck yeah. Perhaps Rhodes would be a good choice too.
Orders! Onward!
Let's get a shipwright. We're gonna want a very good navy. This is very important to improve our harbors, especially because of our large colony base. So over here we're going to want to improve our harbor pretty soon too. We'll do that in the next couple of turns. We'll improve our shipwright.